Hello everybody, my name is Todd Boble, and tonight I want to show you how to use my most favorite tool of all times, and it's called Article Marketing Robot, and it is by far the best article spinning slash submitter tool that I've ever used. And I'm not just saying that. It really is the easiest to use. And what's so important about using articles to promote your content online, especially if you're using a tool to spin your articles and to submit your articles, it's so important to have good support, somebody on top of things, because article directories come and go. They change their variables. They change, how you're able to submit articles. And as long as you've got somebody that is really on top of these changes and makes those changes with the software itself, then you've really got a really good tool. And so, anyways, I outsource my work, and I actually subscribe to a service to where I get my articles sent to me already spun. They already have the syntax is what it's called within the articles itself. And today I'm going to show you actually how to import one of these articles and to use four bonuses that I guess you can call them bonuses, four templates that also come with my subscription that I use to make each article unique. And it's a pretty cool little trick, but it can be a little confusing. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. So when you first open up Article Marketing Robot, this is what it looks like. And you're going to want to go ahead and click Create Article, which is on the left hand side. I don't have an arrow to that, but I do have an arrow pointed over towards the Add or Edit button. And if you already have an article in here, you're going to want to go ahead and click on it to highlight it, and then click the Edit button if that's what you want to do. Or if you want to add a brand new article, then of course you just want to click Add. And in this case, we're just going to go ahead and click Add. Now, Article Marketing Robot breaks down the article in the title, the summary, the body, and the resources. And we're going to focus everything on the right hand side of the screen because we're not going to do any spinning in this article. It's already done and everything's saved in a notepad and sent to me. So we're going to be changing a couple of things in the templates, but nothing in the article that I actually receive from the person who writes them. So very important: title, summary, body, and resource. And then of course at the bottom I've got some arrows, and I note that you're going to want to have some keywords and some categories in there before you submit your article. But that's not important in this tutorial. I'm not going to show you everything about Article Marketing Robot. I'm just going to show you how to import these articles that are already spun and how to make them a little more unique using the templates. So this is what an article looks like. It comes in Notepad, and of course the top little couple of lines there, 3-4 lines, is the title, and then below that is the body. Typically my articles come, once they're spun, anywhere from 450 to, I've seen some close to 700 words. So that's the title and the body. And we're going to get started by talking about these templates, okay? And there's going to be four of them that we're going to be using. We're going to be using the introduction, the middle, the conclusion, and the bio box. And I'm going to go through each one separately so there's not any confusion. But we're going to go ahead and begin with the introduction. And when you open up the introduction, it has these variables that I've highlighted here, and I've also increased in red and put in red what the variable looks like. These are what you're going to want to mass replace throughout this template. And the KW stands for keyword. Now the keyword doesn't have anything to do with the anchor text keyword that we're going to use in the bio box at the very end, and that's the clickable link. That's the keyword that you're going to want to rank for. In the introduction that has the KWs, the key that stands for keywords, are going to be related to what the article is about. So in the very beginning, what I do is I actually go back to my article. This is the article that I received that's already spun, and I highlight and I copy the title. And next what I do is I paste the title within Article Marketing Robot in the title box. And now if you can see down in the bottom right hand corner, there is a preview button, and if you click that button, Article Marketing Robot is going to spin a version of the title, and it's going to allow you to preview that within whatever your default web browser is. Mine just happens to be Chrome. This article is about Facebook marketing. And this particular title says successful steps to a profitable Facebook marketing. And the reason why I want to preview this first is I want to get an idea of what this article is about, so I know what keyword variable I'm going to change and make the article unique. And let me go ahead and spin it again, and I'll give you another example of a title. Ways you can quickly set up a Facebook marketing strategy. So I think what I'm going to do just for this tutorial, for the purpose of this tutorial, is my keyword that's inside the article itself. We're going to use Facebook marketing, and that's what we're going to use in the templates to make this unique. And we're going to go through each template one by one. So let me show you. We're going to begin with the introduction template, okay? And we're going to double click that notepad file and open that up. And you're going to see these variables like we talked about just a few minutes ago. And what you want to do is you want to find one of the variables, and you want to go ahead and highlight the variable. And if you've got a PC, you want to go ahead and press Control H. Okay, and that's going to bring up the feature, the mass find and replace. And in the box where it says find what, you want to go ahead and either paste in or type in the actual variable. Now you have to get it all. The variable itself is the #, capital KW #1, and then the #. So, and then of course we want to go ahead and replace it with the keyword that's going to be just within the article itself, Facebook marketing. Once we've done that, you want to go ahead and click replace all, and what this is going to do is going to go all through the notepad and find everywhere where it says #KW1 and replace it with Facebook marketing. This is what it looks like. I've underlined each one, and of course this is just an example. It goes through the entire template, and it finds all of those variables and replaces it with the keyword. Now once that's done, you want to go ahead and highlight and press Control C. You want to go ahead and highlight and copy the actual template. This is the introduction, and you want to go ahead and paste it into the summary. What this is going to do, this is going to give us a nice couple of short paragraphs, usually 1 or 2 sentence paragraphs, that has the keyword that you changed in there, which in this case is going to be Facebook marketing. You want to paste that here right in the summary tab, the whole thing. Don't change anything once you have it pasted inside Article Marketing Robot. Now when you come back to the introduction, the template, remember this is a template, okay? You want to go ahead and close out the introduction template, but don't save any of the changes because it's a template, and we want to be able to open it up and use it again with those KW variables still in there. So select No when you close out that template. Now what I do is I go back to the article, okay, and now I've already copied and pasted the title in there, so I've X'd that out. What we're going to do is we're going to copy the article body, but not the title. Remember, we've already done that. So we're just going to go ahead and highlight the article, the entire article itself, minus the title, and we're going to paste it into the body section here at the Article Marketing Robot. Simple enough. I told you guys it was simple. So now let's go ahead and add another template. It's called the middle area, and that's because you're going to paste this into the middle of the article section of the body. And but first we're going to go ahead, this is another template, we're going to go ahead and open it up. It's a notepad file, and again you're going to see these variables again. We're going to add the keywords in here, the same keywords that we did for the summary. We're going to look for the KW ones, and we're going to highlight those, and we're going to press Control H, and that's going to bring up the mass copy and replace, or find and replace. And of course, like I said before, we want to go ahead and find the #KW1 and replace it with your keyword, and then click Replace All. Don't click replace, replace all. That'll find them all, and it'll replace it all throughout the template. And there's an example of what it looks like. It changed the KW1 to our keyword, which in this case is Facebook marketing. So now, once we've done that, let's go ahead and we want to go ahead and copy all, which is Control A, and then Control C if you're using a PC. Excuse me. And then you're going to want to go ahead and put your cursor in where the body of this article here is in Article Marketing Robot, and create a space for another paragraph, and you're going to want to paste this into the middle section there. It's called middle for a reason. We're going to paste it right in the middle of the body of the article. And again, when you go back to close your template out, your middle area template, you want to go ahead and select No, because this is a template, and again we want to use it in the future, and we want to have those KW variables in there in the spots that they're supposed to be. So now let's go ahead and move on to our next template, which is conclusion. And conclusion goes at the end of the article in the article body, and I'm going to show you exactly what that means if that's a little confusing. It's not the bio box or the resource box. It's within the article, but it's at the very end. We're just going to create a new paragraph with this template. And again, once you bring up the template, As you probably guessed, you've got the KWs in there, the variables that we want to change into our keywords. And again, our keyword, Facebook marketing. And this could be any keyword, guys. This is just a keyword that's going to make the article flow. It's going to make it sound good. Doesn't have anything to do with what you're trying to rank for on the search engines. Doesn't have anything to do with what goes into the resource box. So again, you want to put the pound, KW1 pound, in the find, and put your keyword in the replace with box and click replace all. Once that's done, again, you want to go ahead and copy and paste this into Article Marketing Robot. So we'll go ahead and Control A and Control C, which is going to highlight everything, and then it's going to copy all the text, or you can, however you like to copy and paste. So go ahead and copy the conclusion and paste it at the end of the body of the article. Again, put your cursor in here, hit enter a couple of times to start a new paragraph, which is going to be the conclusion of the article, and paste that in here. Now at this point, we're going to, actually at any point, you can click preview, and it's going to, Article Marketing Robot's going to bring up your defaulted internet browser, and it's going to give you an example of the article a spun version. But again, I want to remind you before we do that, that when you close out your conclusion template, that you don't save the changes, because you want those KWs in there for the next time that you use it. Okay, here's a preview, and I've highlighted and pointed out each of the variables, the KW1s, that we've changed in the templates. And you see that in the summary, you've got Facebook marketing. In the middle of the body of the article, Facebook marketing. And then the very last paragraph, which is called the conclusion, you've got Facebook marketing. And if you can see, which you probably can at the bottom left, right now we're up to 678 words. Very slick. So let's go ahead and do the bio box or the resource box. Different article directories call it something different, but this is actually going to be the box where you're going to have your URL and your anchor text, which are those blue clickable links, and the keyword that you're trying to rank for, that you're trying to promote. And I'm going to show you right now. So let's go ahead back to the folder where you've got your templates, and we're going to double click the bio box, and that's going to bring up, of course, more variables. Now in this last template, you've got not only the variable of KW1, but you also have a variable of KW2. And again, these are the keywords that are within the article itself. Doesn't have anything to do. It doesn't have anything to do with the keyword that you're wanting to use to promote your article with. But we're going to go through these step by step. And you see in this one we've got some more variables. We've got URL1, URL2, which is the actual link itself to the to whatever you want to promote. That could be a video, another article, a blog post, and then the anchor anchor 1 and anchor 2, which is going to be the keyword that you want to use, that you're trying to rank for. It's going to be different than the KWs. So let's go through these one at a time. And the first one we're going to start is we're going to go ahead and find all of the KW1s. And we're going to replace it with our keyword like we've been doing, the Facebook marketing. Remember, this is the keyword that makes the article flow, makes the article read and sound legible. And it's got to be relevant too. So don't forget, we want to go ahead and find and replace this and replace all. Then we want to do the same thing for KW2. And this is the only template that has a KW1 and a KW2 and a URL and an anchor. All the other templates only have the KW1s. So we're going to go ahead and replace all the KW2s. Now let's go ahead and find the anchor. And that's, again, pound anchor 1 with an anchor at the end. And this is the keyword that you want to rank for in the search engines. Okay, and if this is a little confusing for you, then you might want to go back and do some of my training that talks about article marketing. And in this particular case, I am just using these articles to promote a specific piece of content that I've already done. For in this example, I'm promoting a page on my blog, but you could use it to promote a video, another article. It doesn't really matter. But this particular keyword right here is a keyword that I've researched. It gets a fair amount of searches, and the competition is low enough. And so this is what is actually going to be the blue clickable link at the bottom in the resource box of the article. Okay, so let's go ahead and find your anchors and replace those with the keyword. Now in this particular case, my keyword is network marketing prospecting, and just like in the past, we want to go ahead and click Replace All. So we want to find all the anchors and replace those. Now we want to move on and do the exact same thing to Anchor 2. All right, Anchor 2 could be the same keyword or a different one. In this particular case, I'm just going to go ahead and use the same one, which is network marketing prospecting, and I'm going to click Replace All, and that's going to take those variables and change them from the Anchor 2 to network marketing prospecting. Let's do the same thing with the URL 1, and again we're going to find the URL 1, we're going to highlight it, Control H, we're going to bring up the Find and Replace, and we're going to replace it with the actual link that we want to promote. And this is the link that goes back to my blog. This is a blog post, or actually a page on my blog that I have at toddboble.com. And we want to click Replace All. And again, it's going to go through and find all the URL ones, and it's going to replace it with the actual link itself. And again, we're going to do the exact same thing with the variable URL2. And once we're done with URL2, we're done with this template. And now it's time to go ahead and highlight the entire template and copy it. And then we're going to go ahead and paste this into the resource box. Okay, this is the bio box or the resource box. Like I said before, different article directories call it different things, but this is exactly what it is. That's what it looks like. And I've got a couple of arrows in there. I don't want to confuse you. The keywords and the categories, again, we're not going to go over in this video, but it's important before you submit an article to an article directory that you have keywords and you have categories selected. And an article marketing robot will actually go and find the appropriate categories if you just give it some suggestions in there. But for this video, we're just talking about how I use my outsourced articles that are already spun with Article Marketing Robot. So let's check out the next screen. I've clicked the preview button, and this is what it looks like. If you notice from top to bottom, it's taken the article and spun a new title, spun out a summary, and a resource box. And these are all the KW1s that I've highlighted, the Facebook marketing. I've got a couple in the summary, a couple in the body of the article, and one in the resource box there. And you also notice down at the bottom too the blue network marketing prospecting, which is our anchor. And I'm going to show you that as well too in the next slide. Right there. Those are the variables that we changed. The anchor URL, the anchor 1 and the URL 1 is right there. It does the HTML for you. Pretty cool, huh? So we're done with the article. Now it's time to submit it. Okay, we've got our title, our summary, our body, our resource, and of course the keywords and the categories in there. And we want to go ahead and click OK when we're done. This is going to save the article, and we're going to come back to this main screen here in Article Marketing Robot, and we're going to want to go ahead and select the directories that we want to submit this out. And what's so cool about Article Marketing Robot is once you click that tab and you actually click submit on this, it's going to spin a new version of the article and log into the article directory and submit it for you. It does it for thousands of them. It's incredible. Here's a couple more settings before you send the article out. I've circled the status. You're going to want to check OK because you don't want to submit this article or try to submit the article to directories that are not functioning right now or not accepting articles right now. So what you want to do is just uncheck email and uncheck none and just make sure OK is the only thing checked, and then go ahead and click the refresh. Okay, that's going to give you all of the article directories that are ready for your article. And then what you want to do is the drop down arrow on the left hand side. You want to go ahead and click that and select all, and that's going to put a check mark on the left hand side there. You see I've circled all the check marks, and that's telling Article Marketing Robot that you want to submit this article to every article directory that's checked in there. And then that's it. You just want to double check. I've circled, and beginning from the top left hand corner where you want to go ahead and make sure that that's the actual pen name that you want to use, and the author, and Article Marketing Robot determines that based upon the email address that you set up, and of course you guys can check that out in some of the other videos. You want to make sure that you've got the correct article selected, which I've circled there just to the right of that. Your status is circled there OK, and all of the articles are checked are the ones that you want to submit to it. And it looks like it's going to attempt to submit it to 1,859. Then that's it. all you have to do is click submit. Article Marketing Robot does the rest. It's going to take that article, it's going to spin a unique article and submit it to each one of those directories, and it does so much else behind the scenes too. It's just incredible. After you click submit, you've got your choice of dripping the articles out or submitting them all at once. For this purpose of this tutorial, I've just gone ahead and selected the submit to all directories now and click OK. And that's it. Go grab a cup of coffee, and it's going to do all the work for you, and it's going to let you know when it's done. So that's it for this tutorial. If you got any other questions or comments, feel free to contact me. Send me an email. You could subscribe to my list at toddboble.com, where I teach you all of the strategies that I use to market on the internet. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next video.